this isn't just about interesting, we'll call it paranormal, or what we don't see. I think the idea, hopefully from this podcast, the inspiration for this podcast will be the fact that the influences on our lives are much more than what we see. And knowing that hopefully enables us to make different decisions and live in different ways. So for example, the Talmud says that if we were able to see all the energies that were around us, we couldn't handle it. And again, if you would talk like
quite
this...
literally, somebody would go mad.
Yes. If you spoke about this even 100 years ago, certainly 200 years ago, 1,000 years ago, it wouldn't make sense to most people. But again, as I said before, science tells us that everything around us is energy, number one. There's energy in the air right here, and there is certainly energy and movement in all the inanimate realities and things that are around us. What the spiritual understanding then says is that we influence what type of energy exists, what type of energy exists around us, what type of energy exists in the rooms that we inhabit. For example, there's a concept that, again, it's interesting. I think they've done surveys on this, and most Americans actually believe in the concept of angels. For some people, that might be a foreign idea, but I think the simplest way, or maybe the most obvious way to understand this, is the fact that there are these energies around us. When we speak about angels, although there is an entire study about that, and that's not really, I think, what we're going to get into, is the fact that every action that we take creates an energy that stays with us.
And we have the power to influence that.
Well, of course.
And create.
Every single thought, every single word, every single action creates an energy that stays with us. So, for example, the view of, if I yell at you, if I do something negative towards you.
Me?
Well, never to you, but to anybody. I am creating an energy. Now, where does that energy go? It stays with me. And then tomorrow, the next day, it's not that, this idea of, there's no punishing God, where God says, oh, you yelled at Monica yesterday. Well, I'm going to make you wake up this morning with a headache, or wake up this morning feeling down. No, that energy that I created through my negative action yesterday is with me from that moment onwards forever. And then it manifests in my life in a negative way. So once you really accept that as science tells us, no energy dissipates, and therefore every thought, even certainly every word and every action that we take creates an energy. You can call it an angel if that's your frame of reference. You can call it an energy, but most important is that it stays with you.